For the latest video in our agency search series, Robert Udowitz of RFP Associates shares perspective on the keys to successful search. Are there keys to successful searches?
Absolutely, there are keys to successful searches, and it all starts at the very deliberate, measured, and timed process. There needs to be a preparation stage, there needs to be a research stage, a budget consideration stage, there needs to be a narrative stage, there needs to be a review stage, and ultimately there needs to be a selection stage. What's done in the early preparation piece of looking for an agency is considering what you are able to provide an agency, what exactly your goals are, and what exactly are your resources in order to be able to accommodate an agency. Then you need to consider how much money you can spend and make it reasonable to what agencies charge based on the average rates these days. Certainly then you need to create a narrative that goes into your RFP that essentially describes your story and what you are looking to achieve so an agency knows how to properly respond. Then you need to review these agency responses, then ultimately you're able to select an agency. But what's critical is you have to make this measured and deliberate, and you need to give yourself time in order not only for you to consider all of the agencies, but to give the agencies the opportunity to put their best foot forward to present to you.
Are there things companies do that make searches less successful?
Rushing a process is never a smart idea when looking to hire an agency. It's very important to not only give yourself the time, but to give the agencies the time, as I mentioned, to put their best foot forward. You need to really say to yourself, what is it that we need to do, and sort of work backwards from there in order to determine how much time you need to properly select an agency. We typically recommend at least 3 months, because in that time you're giving yourself the opportunity to create the narrative, but also giving yourself the time to review the responses to the proposals, which is very critical, and it takes a lot of time. And it also gives you the opportunity to call in the finalist agencies in order to really make that final selection.
What are the benefits of a successful search process?
Hiring the best agency. You will have a long-term relationship with the agency that you hire if you go through a deliberate process and give it time. Anything that's rushed, just like life in general, is never going to ultimately help you succeed. You will find your best results and your most satisfied agency-client relationship if you give the process time to mature and time to evolve, and ultimately the time to select the right agency that you need.